Welcome back, tennis fans, to our channel. Wimbledon is around the corner, and as we await the start of this prestigious Grand Slam tournament, let's dive into the draw and take a preview of it to find out those interesting and potential matchups. In the first section, we have our number 1 seed Jannik Sinner. He's going to play Yannick Hoffman in the first round, which I don't think will be a problem for him. A potential second round against fellow countryman Matteo Berrettini. Berrettini is considered as a dark horse in this Wimbledon, and it's a pity that these two have to face each other in the second round. Sinner is just too strong, and I think he will beat Berrettini. And in the third round against Talon Griekspoor, these two have played in Halle 2 weeks ago, where Sinner won in 3 sets. Griekspoor can be dangerous on fast court, but Jannik again, I just don't see him losing. We also have a potential Jarry vs Shelton third round. Shelton should be a serious contender on grass, but his recent results were not optimistic. 2 first-round defeats in his 3 preparation tournaments. Jarry, on the other hand, his game suits the surface well. Big serve, big forehand. I can smell an upset here. For 4th round, Sinner and Jarry, Sinner safely going through to the quarter. Into the second section, our number 10 seed Grigor Dimitrov. He has a decent draw and should comfortably go through the first 3 rounds. And Wawrinka will also make it to the third round, as both Mannarino and Monfils are not good grass court player, and he can beat either of them in my opinion. A dark horse in this section is Jan-Lennard Struff, always dangerous, especially in grass court. And a potential third round match between him and Medvedev. I'm not going to lie, but I can see an upset here. Medvedev has not been the Medvedev we knew since Australian Open, and Struff's game really troubles Medvedev with his huge serve and forehand. A 4th round between Dimitrov and Struff here, a bold prediction, but Struff all the way into the quarterfinal. For the third section, there's not much to say about it. Carlos Alcaraz leading the section. He has a really nice draw, without many big opponent. He will surely beat TFO in the third round if TFO can win the first 2 matches. And also Sebastian Baez, he's more of a clay court player, so Humbert should also get through his first 3 rounds easily. For 4th round, Alcaraz and Humbert. Humbert is a hard hitter, but with the form and confidence Alcaraz is having, and as a defending champion, he's 100% going past this section. In the 4th section, we have Tommy Paul, who is in a very good form, clinching the title in Queens. He most likely will play Bublik in the 3rd round. Bublik has not done great in the lead-up tournament, losing to players like Hurkacz and Eubanks. I still think he can reach the 3rd round, but Tommy will defeat him there. We also have Casper Ruud, our number 8 seed, who got a really nice draw, should have no problem reaching the round of 16, beating, I believe, Sonigo in the 3rd round, even though grass is not his surface. And for the 4th round, Tommy Paul and Casper Ruud, Tommy cruising through this section of the draw with probably a 4-set win. Now onto the bottom half of the draw. We got number 6 seed Rublev. I don't know what he's going through these couple of months after Madrid Open. He just couldn't control his anger on court, but it is a Grand Slam event, so hopefully he will do better. A possible 3rd round against Musetti. You know, Musetti's playing decent, getting to the semis and final in Stuttgart and Queens. And I will not be surprised if Lorenzo pulls an upset here, but I'm still sticking with Audrey here, just because it's a Grand Slam. There's another potential 3rd round in this section, Sebastian Korda and Stefanos Tsitsipas. And I'm predicting Korda to win this one. Steph just overall is not good on grass. For Korda and Rublev, Korda getting through this section. In the next section, I'm seeing some exciting clash here. Firstly, one of my favorite players, Kei Nishikori. I hope he can go past the 1st round, but against Fritz in the 2nd round will be tricky. I hope for the best he plays. An interesting 3rd round between Fritz and Tabilo. You know, Tabilo can be sometimes unpredictable, where he played like a top 10 in 1 week, and the other next week he played like a ranked 300 player. So therefore I think Fritz going through to the 4th round. On the other hand, the dark horse of the whole tournament, Jack Draper, will very likely play Sasha Zverev in the 3rd round. Draper playing unbelievable tennis on grass this year, picking up his first title in Stuttgart, beating Matteo Berrettini. It will be an exciting match here, probably a close 4-setters, but I'll give Zverev a slight edge because of his experience. In the second last section, we have the big man Hubert Hurkacz. Handed a decent draw, I don't see players other than him to get through this section. Very likely a 4th round with Alex de Minaur, but should be able to handle this challenge. And we also have Andy Murray. He will play Thomas Mahak in the first round. It could be his last Wimbledon, and although I don't think he can win his first round, I wish him all the very best, and I would be delighted if he could pull some magic and win a couple of rounds. In the last section, we have our last year's finalist, Novak Djokovic. Coming back from a meniscus injury, recovered in 3 weeks. I've watched his match against Medvedev in the exhibition tournament, and his movement is actually much better than I've expected. He has a fairly nice draw, I would say. Again, drawn Echeverry in the 3rd round, and very likely Holger Rune in the 4th round after he beats Karen Khachanov in the 3rd. A bit concerned here since Rune always delivers his best tennis against Nole, but you could never back Djokovic to lose in Wimbledon, right? Even if he's not 100%, so Nole to go through to the quarterfinal. Here is the projected quarterfinal lineup. Sinner and Alcaraz respectively going through their quarterfinal match and set up yet another battle between them. Honestly, I believe Sinner is here for the revenge of their match in Roland Garros, so Sinner to win in an epic 5-setter. For the bottom pot, Zverev will beat Korda and Nole will have a tough test against Hubie, but eventually going through to the semis. Djokovic will hopefully raise his level in the later stages of the Grand Slam, and I think it is enough to beat Sasha Zverev. So here comes down to the finale, Jannik Sinner versus Novak Djokovic. In terms of their form, Sinner is playing much better than Nole, yet it is a Grand Slam final, so everything is different. Novak has won here 7 times. He knows what he has to do to get into Sinner's mind. One of the best finals we could have ever imagined, a really close one, but I'm going for Sinner this time. I really think that it is his time this year for Wimbledon. Thank you for watching, guys. Do comment below your thoughts on the draw and who is going to win the tournament. I'll come back in a few weeks' time and see how my prediction goes. Thank you everyone, and see you soon.